Well, look who we have here, the doctor himself, Mr.
Wow.
Garage Couple. Where have you been, Greg? People are asking.
Between all the different comments saying, hey, where did you guys go? What's going on? It's been a whole month, no new videos. I just want to come out and say we are so sorry that we have not been able to post any videos lately. Things at the hospital, as you all know, have been picking up, and my hours
Are also picking up.
So I'm basically living at the hospital. Fortunately, I got a little bit of a break today, and that being said, we are going to make some videos and give you guys some good stuff.
Thank you for reaching out, though. We really appreciate your concern. We really feel like we built a family with you guys. Thank you for all of you that reached out, and we are doing okay.
So on this week's episode, we are going to show you our camping trip, as well as what are we going to tell them about? What are the crazy things?
Crazy things. So we took a camping trip last weekend, so we are going to walk you through our trip, our new gadgets, and some tips if you are going camping on the
Beach. And don't forget our food as well. So why don't you stick around and enjoy the show. Let's do it. Like, tell them why they're watching, you know? Man, what a vehicle, huh? So if you are new to our channel, welcome. My name is Greg and I drive this TJ over here.
My name is Aline and I drive this JKU.
We make some awesome Jeep content. We've built both of these things up from the ground up. This thing was actually a pile of junk. We got it for nearly, I don't want to give it away. We have a whole video series. Check out our channel. But on this week's episode, we're going to talk to you about our camping trip as well as show you all the footage. Take it away. You can tell we got a little rusty at this.
So let's start with where we went. So we went to Halama Beach, which is up north. We're in Los Angeles, so it is about 2.5 hours with no traffic up north, and it is beachside camping. If you have not been to this campsite, you have the option of camping on the sand. There is some dirt, and for those of you that don't rough it, there are also cabins. Now this campsite also has a fully functioning restroom with running water. They also have stations for you to wash your dishes and if you're bringing pets for water, which is absolutely incredible. They also have a convenience store on the grounds that have absolutely everything you need. And the best part of this campsite is the Halama Burger Shop, which we will show you.
I was going to say the view, but...
One or the other.
So the nice thing about this campsite is it is in the middle of nowhere, but it is beachside. That is the crazy part. You're literally a little cove on the water with absolutely nothing around you for at least 50 miles in each direction. There's no cell phone service, and the Wi-Fi quality reminds me of a Ford Bronco. That is total junk. I'm totally kidding. I wanted Bronco so bad. I don't know why I said that.
Well, without further ado, why don't we show you some footage from the campsite?
We just made it to our campsite. We're about to park, isn't that right?
That's right.
We have about 30 minutes until the sun comes down. We have to set up base. Let's do it. So the day we got there, we literally rushed over right after work. I got off pretty late, but we were able to make it in just before sunset. Now with easy work, we were able to set up our tent and our campsite, including the stove, our tables, and all of our different antique gadgets. Now one thing we have on this trip that we did not have on any previous trips is this power bank by Super-Re that literally lets you plug in any device, AC or DC, and juice it up immediately. Another cool device that changed the game on this trip is our refrigerator by Super-Re. I believe this is the 42-liter model, the one with the locking cap, and it functions as both a fridge and a freezer, replacing our old smaller one that drained the battery quite a bit.
Now we use this power bank for so many different things on this trip. So we made smoothies in the evening on day up, maybe some daiquiris, I don't know, pina coladas, and it works amazing. This is a blender we use in our house and it works with this power bank. We also use the power bank to charge all of our devices. So we used it to charge the drone, we used it to charge our cell phones, and it worked like a glove.
It was nice not having the refrigerator pull from the battery of the vehicle, but instead this power bank. Now we'll get to how much of the power it used over the whole weekend, but why don't we go ahead and show you the rest of the clips about night one. We got there so late that we didn't need dinner, we didn't need anything. We just made some nice drinks, set up the campfire, enjoyed some popcorn. What do you think, Arlene?
I'm ready for some popcorn.
Let's do it.
I think Ruby wants it.
All of us enjoying some popcorn.
Including Ruby.
Including Rubes. It's actually pretty good popcorn.
It is.
And called it a night with our boy Ruby camping with us for the first time.
I think he likes the sand.
So now on to day two. Now day two was full of adventure, and actually on a separate episode we'll show you all of the clips. We made a camp cooking video and we're really excited to share our breakfast and dinner with you guys. But because you're watching this clip, we'll show you some of the clips here as well. And just want to talk to you about one funny aspect. The bees at this site on this day were absolutely insane. Alright, where were we? What's up?
I did not know he was going to show that, you guys. I took those videos as a joke for myself, so applaud you for sharing that. It was absolutely hilarious, and our spatulas ended up becoming like
Bee-killing weapons.
Weapons, yeah, it was like a war.
And I actually got stung in the back of the knee by one of them, so I don't feel so bad for taking some out. I love plants. I love what bees do for our planet, but these were killer wasps. Not interested at all. They weren't the friendly bumblebee, you know, the...
So this was Ruby's first camping trip, you guys, and we've never taken a dog on a trip before, so I thought I prepared well. We have Ruby in a sweater. And just to mention, this is Ruby's first trip camping, you guys. If you have any tips or tricks with taking up pups on a camping trip, let us know. We got him a fleece jacket. I even got him socks/shoes, thinking that would do the trick. But because of the location of this campsite, it never gets truly hot like it does in Los Angeles. So the high was maybe 70 degrees, so our baby was freezing cold. So a lot of the trip, I was busy keeping him warm. He spent quite a bit of time in our rooftop tent just enjoying the beach because it was warmer up there. So we had a great first trip, but if you have tips on taking a pup to a camping trip, drop a comment below and let us know.
So one of the things that we like to do when we go camping is to make coffee by hand from scratch. So we get whole beans that are pretty fresh. We like the Costco variety, and we hand grind them, and then we drip them or we hand press them. Now nothing beats a good camp coffee, and that is why we choose to start each and every single camp day with that kind of coffee. So the real key to making really smooth and good coffee is to not have it boiling. Do not have the water boiling. It removes like the tannins and all the different chemicals in the coffee grounds that only get removed at a certain temperature. So as you can see, this is not boiling. I didn't let it get to that place. We're also talking, we're letting it cool down for a couple seconds, and now we're gonna go ahead and make some good coffee, folks. Now, why don't we go ahead and show you some more clips of our food adventure from the day, and then we'll catch you guys back just in time to talk to you guys about our rooftop tent, as well as
some tips if you're deciding to go beach camping.
just the right amount, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
It's as if I've done this before, huh?
Maybe once
How
or
random.
twice. What do you have there?
Bacon is nice and crispy.
We don't.
We throw nothing away here. We keep everything forever, so keep that in mind.
Let's dig in. Look at that.
So this rooftop tent has been an This rooftop tent has been an absolute pleasure for us to use. It has a memory foam liner on the inside and is absolutely amazing quality both inside and out. We made a full episode on that. I will put the link in the corner of your screen so that you can click it and see how we mounted it, who it's from, and all the details, a link to it, and everything involved.
Now let's move on to the wee hours of day 3. So Greg and I woke up midnight ready to use the restroom, and we opened the zipper and it is drizzling.
Good morning, Arlene and Ruby.
Alright, time to go to the bathroom.
Look at this view from the tent. Unreal.
It rained, it drizzled for a good amount of the evening, so a lot of the stuff was wet, but the rooftop tent was so comfortable, we actually woke up at 10 o'clock when checkout was at 11 o'clock. So we got out of the tent, we quickly packed up, and we never leave this campsite without grabbing a halama burger. So this campsite has its own
Litmus commitments.
I don't know what to call it.
A Liddy committee.
A Liddy committee. So it is like a mini ma and pa restaurant, and in the morning they have breakfast burritos and different burgers, but they are famous for their burgers. So 11 o'clock, we got some burgers.
Now we actually learned a trick by eating these burgers. It is to shred your lettuce and to mix it with Thousand Island and ranch and to just top your burger with it. It's all the sauce that it will ever need. So delicious, especially at 11 a.m., especially after a weekend of camping.
And especially right now, that just made my mouth water a little bit. So that was our camping trip. We absolutely loved it. But if you've never gone camping on the beach or on the sand before, there's a couple tips and tricks that we're going to share with you.
First and foremost, having a rooftop tent is amazing. Keeps you off the sand, gives you a sturdy base, because usually planting a tent in the sand, the stakes are never long enough. It's always a challenge. But the rooftop tent fixed all of that and made setup an absolute breeze. Now, when you go beach camping, you should plan on it being pretty windy. And so also having a rooftop tent helps with that, because heck, the Jeep is not going anywhere. But one downside, since we like to keep it real, one downside with the rooftop tent is if you have to use the restroom in the middle of the evening, or if you have to step out of it for whatever reason in the middle of the evening, it can be pretty challenging to climb down the stairs, open the zipper, make it all work, especially with a dog up there as well. So that is definitely something to keep in mind, but dollar for dollar, it is one of the best things you could do if you enjoy camping. I'd argue it's even better than having a pop-up camper, because you get to camp on top of your Jeep. I mean, what a view.
Keeping it real, of course.
Keep it real, like real mayonnaise.
What? Another thing to consider if you are going camping on the beach is having good lighting. The area that we were in had no light, so make sure to have good flashlights. We actually bring string lights with us to put around our campsite so that we know exactly where our perimeter is.
Why is that special with beach camping? I'm starting to think you're trying to trick these people into thinking these are special beach things.
That's
I'm 100% keeping that. Rock, paper, scissors. If I win, that means you guys will see it. Scissors, and that's paper, so it's the same.
Okay.
See, that's good old-fashioned American comedy.
Go next one.
Make sure to bring a device such as a vacuum or a blower to get rid of all of the sand that accumulates in the vehicle when you go beach camping.
Well, don't you think that happens when you go camping in the desert too? There's like a lot of dust that would get into your car, you know?
Not like sand.
It's happened before, for sure.
Well, guys, I think it's getting awfully close to dinner. So we're gonna have to end this one here. I'm so glad you got to see some of our footage while we were camping. I'm sorry we couldn't provide more tricks and tips regarding beach camping, but in any case, we are extremely happy to be making videos again, and we look forward to showing you our cooking video as well as a couple other things. We've been planning some giveaways, so stay tuned for those, and as always, make sure to subscribe and like this video. It helps us grow. Thank you so much. God bless you, America.